So we're here now with Roded Leviathan. Roded, please, I won't do it for you. Please introduce yourself. What do you do today? Where do you work? What you're doing in real estate? We'll take it from there.
Thank you for having me. Great to have you.
Of course.
What we do basically, we advise several limited partners, basically focusing on joint venture equity and preferred equity into acquisitions and developments of either multifamily, commercial, mixed use, medical office, and other asset classes nationwide. What I like about this conference is that, first of all, networking is great. Always getting new perspectives, see what everyone is up to, and reconnecting with folks like yourself and others as well.
Yeah, and we talked about this many times. We'll dive into this, but at IMN, I feel like you're seeing, sometimes you see new faces. A lot of the time you see the same faces, so you get to see the people and network with them and kind of build relationships, which is what I really like about this brand. It's really cool. So let's focus about that for a second. What are some, you've been today to most of the sessions, I assume you've met a lot of the people here today. What are some of the main trends and topics that you're seeing that are being discussed today at the IMN CFO CRO Forum?
I think the two buzzwords today, maybe three. First of all is the interest rate cut, which everybody
50 basis points.
50 basis points. Everybody's been expecting. Everybody thinks it's going to change the world. I think definitely it's a game changer. I think we're going to be already seeing more deal flow. Market is coming back. Another buzzword is the elections, which again, I think we are putting too much weight on what we think the president or this administration and other can do in terms of real estate. I think it's really in the hands of operators and sophisticated managers of how they react to whatever it is that's around us. The third buzzword has been for the last year AI.
Of course, everybody.
Right? But really for us, I think the most exciting thing is the reduction of interest rate, and to see everybody's coming back. A lot of groups has been sitting on the sidelines for a while, and now it seems like there's a new energy in the air. Whether it's really going to translate to lower cap rates or more actual deal flow, definitely there's more excitement and activity in the market.
And what are some of those? So when you talk about these buzzwords, right? How many of those things did you actually take in-house, and what are the changes that you have made according to these changes in the market? If it's the industry we're talking about, if it's AI, if you're using AI, or just more generally the administration or what's going on with the election today?
So I think the only thing that we are reacting to actively is the interest rates, and it comes to play in the level of activity and communication with our partners, and also in our underwriting. I mean, if yesterday there was more lack of certainty and uncertainty of how to underwrite, not that at least there's a sense of a direction. It's not like I have a number now, I know what to do, but at least I know that there's a general direction that is positive, there's movement, there are sellers, there are buyers, things that happen.
Yeah. I was expecting, for me, when I saw the interest rate shooting up, right? My thought was this is going to become a seller's market, right? Because, people won't be able to pay back their loans and they're going to have to sell the properties. We're going to see a lot of distressed asset sales. Honestly, if we look at the numbers, the real numbers, the statistics, none of that really happened. What do you think is the reason for that? Why do you think we didn't see that shift and change? And would that also take part in interest rates going down? Would that, again, become a buyer's market, not a seller's market, not a buyer's?
I think the reason, what we've seen is that sellers that didn't have a capital event, meaning they didn't have a loan coming, nobody's knocking on their door, taking over the project. You didn't have to sell, they didn't sell. And I have great projects that are cash flowing, rents are being paid. On paper, the cap rate should transact at 6 times. I had several projects that should have been sold based on the timeline, but we underwrote a 4.5 cap, and we didn't want to sell it with 6 times. So we said, let's wait.
Yeah.
So if the seller doesn't, same thing for sellers. If you don't have to sell, we're not going to sell. On the other hand, if the bank is knocking on your door because you're not meeting interest reserves or DCSR closes, the bank is going to take over.
Yeah.
So if you're not directly in the distressed debt space, and you're just a buyer of distressed product, you're only benefiting from products you're able to put your hands on. And therefore it's not genuine sellers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like opportunistic. If I can sell, I'd sell. If I get the price that I want, great. If not, I'll wait. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, let's focus about IMN for a second. And you mentioned it a little bit, but what brings you back to this event or to IMN events generally every year? What is that thing that keeps you coming back?
Well, two things: networking, and also, we are a small shop, so it's always great to interact with other folks in the space and hear new perspectives. And networking is a big thing.
Yeah.
Meeting new folks. The energy, the people. We are in the people's business. We forget.
Exactly.
We deal with numbers, Excel sheets, buildings. At the end of the day, it's the people.
Exactly. What advice do you have for either first-time attendees or people that are kind of new to this industry if they are walking in today? What are some tips that you have for them?
New attendees, if you haven't already downloaded the app and set up meetings, it's probably too late. However, if you are first-time attendee and you haven't done that, observe, listen, and take notes. I remember the first times I attended the conferences, and I was trying to, get in people's faces and do my spiel. Don't listen. When you listen, you tend to be more open to your environment, and then you're able to get more.
I love it. That's a tip. Broda, thank you so much for joining me for the interview.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it.